Okay. Not a great start. Well, I got to my designated spot very, very quickly. Don't have ERS on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. Don't have ERS on auto. It's actually shit and slow. Right, so where's a good place to flashback? Here. What should I have ERS set to? Oh, it's not letting me change it. Why wouldn't it let me change it?
That was a bad start, but don't overreact. We can salvage this.
Come on. Oh, right, okay. Assists. ERS mode. Manual. Right, so I just put it on, what, medium, and... I don't know what to do with this ERS mode. This is kind of... No, that's... It's not something that I really understand, which is why I haven't tried messing with it before. So we put it on hot lap for the straights. It's first lap, mode 4 or 5. Alright. It's actually draining the ERS battery slower than I thought it would. Turn it down to 4 now. You're not trying to murder anyone into T1. Okay. Just trying to murder myself, apparently. Whenever I use the flashback, I always think, right, that's the corner I crashed at, and it's not, it's like 2 corners back. Try and hit that DRS button, but there's no DRS. So I haven't set that down again.
You're hitting the energy deployment limit and losing ERS power before the end of the lap. Lower the ERS deployment mode to prevent this.
Alright.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Mode 1. When you get to the line, mode 1. Okay. So is it one of those things where you kind of alternate between spending it and generating it on a lap? Just realised I picked hard tyres, and I was fiddling around with different downforce settings in the practice and forgot to change it back for the qualifier or the race. So we're in minimum downforce, maximum speed mode, because it seemed like a good idea with this track. But definitely holding my teammate up on his softs. So he'll have DRS coming through here, I presume. So for most of the race you'll be in 2 or 3, 4 is for overtaking, it's 5 is when you fuck up.
Okay, gap ahead is 5.0 seconds.
Just trying to hold my teammate off. Settle into the routine of just lapping cleanly. I'm not blocking him, but I'm not moving out of the way. Well, he has the better pace than you two are supposedly teammates. Yeah. He should be able to come past during the DRS zone though, right? Rather than me giving up the racing line for him. Because he should come past in this DRS zone. Let him by right before the DRS. That's not a bad idea. Or let him by straight after DRS zone. That's apparently what I did. Oops. Had some really good duels with Russell in the F2 Championship actually, before moving on to the F1. Have to do a little bit of a lift in there on the hards, I think, to not risk screwing up.
Battery charge is high. Let's increase ERS deployment to up the pace.
Come on, Russell. Don't brake check us here.
Expect to see some rain about 10 to...
I feel like now we're behind him, we have the pace on Russell. Probably because we have the tow. Yep. That was my fault indeed, yeah. To be fair, most of the crashes are my fault. Either through lack of knowing what line they're going to take, or lack of ability to control the car. The person behind tends to have speed. But I suppose what we're letting him doing is break the air for us.
Okay, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past.
So the question is, do I want to leapfrog Russell? That was a really stupid attempt at an overtake. And try and work with him to try and catch people. I mean, we're both in Williams's, so the only person we might catch is Magnussen, who seems to be dropping off the pack of the dropping off the pace rather hard. You're also better at following than leading. Your line's more stable when following him. That's why you two have caught up to the pack. Alright. It helps having somebody in front in the same sort of car, so I know how much speed I can carry through things. That is Magnussen. Yeah, I feel your pain, because I only watch streams in 360p or lower, because anything more than that, my internet just does not like it at all. Okay, so Russell's in DRS range as well. But yeah, what I need to do is spend a lot of time following to learn.
You're catching the car ahead by a couple of seconds a lap. Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
Yep. Nope. Oh crap. That's not. Let's go to overtake mode. Got plenty of charge. Get behind Magnussen.
Brilliant. Nice move.
So back down to medium. Back to following the charge of Russell. There air is dirty, so brake early. Yeah.
The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form.
Words that a Williams race engineer would love to be able to say about any car. The car behind is dropping back and isn't having massive technical issues. Oh wow, we really are actually gapping Magnussen. What I don't want to be doing is forcing Russell to take defensive lines. I want to try and get him to lead me forward. Because otherwise we're just going to fall back into...
May see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
Rain? Here's a quick question. Will following absolutely shred my tyres as well? Oh, thank you very much for the follow first, True God. Williams battle. Hey, iToom. Boom. I'm still not sure how to actually say your name. iFoom? Maybe? Less so much a battle as me being like, please drag me forward, will you, Russell? You're faster than I am in this game. Although, the person in front of him is buggered off, to put it simply. iPhone. Okay. One other thing this is actually doing is teaching me how to race, like drive behind somebody without just crashing into the back of them. I say as I go super deep into the hairpin to not crash into the back of him. Mode 3. Pass Russell on the straight. I might have gone a little bit deep, but up to 3. Down to 2 again. Fawn. Oh, reading chat and racing, not something I have mastered. Right. Let's put it up to mode 4 for the overtake. Overtake mode, because this is the chicane where I can carry just a crap ton of speed through. Oh. Okay, keep it free. Helps mostly with acceleration, not top end. Okay. So we get close. Follow through hairpin. Ah, I closed the DRS by mistake. So now, oh, it's Weber in front.
One position above target now.
Nope. Keep mashing the buttons on the wheel, trying to change the ERS, and it's just like, what setting was I changing? Probably the diff.
Gap to car in front is 14.5 seconds.
Okay. 14.5 seconds, that's one hell of a gap. But in theory, just take the racing line for a bit and Russell will just follow. That's the plan, at least. Hopefully. I assume I just keep it in ERS 2 for a bit. "10 seconds from the car in front."
Weber ahead, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 12 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1:32.6. You're dropping back by around 1.4 seconds. It seems that...
Oh, ERS 2 or 1. Okay. Well, we got the information about the car in front. I don't need to do that again. I wish the microphone setting on this game so you could actually speak the commands worked. It worked exactly once when I first booted this game up, and it has never worked again. Now I get that it doesn't like having so many different audio input devices connected to the system or computer, but it's still irritating. But having this many microphones connected just seems to have cause the game to have a bit of a fit where it just doesn't know which microphone to use, so it won't use any of them. So time to see if I am going to be...
5 minutes until rainfall expected. 5 minutes until rain.
Rain? Oh crap, it's a wet race, isn't it, after the not long after the start. My gamble on hards was a... Should have looked at the weather. Rain, yeah, rain. There's rain for about 5 minutes. The question is, if it's very light rain, I think I should be able to stay out on the hards. Weather was dry earlier, rain's new.
Looks like rain is inbound, and we're expecting it in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes till the rain. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Well, yeah, because it hasn't started raining yet, buddy. What a great bit of information. Hey, you know you're driving in the dry right now, but rains in 5 minutes. Currently, dry tyres are what you want. It's not worth pre-switching to wets like 4 laps before the rain arrives. Funny that. Presumably what everybody on the softs is going to do is when the rain arrives, they have to pit from their softs about now, so they might go on to intermediates. So the gamble remains, do I stick out on the hards and just hope for the best? Russell's falling back to Magnussen. Oh. Went past Ricciardo. If it rains for more than 3 laps. But the question is, what I don't want to be doing is swapping to wet tyres for like 2 laps.
Has come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Softs on the car behind.
So the Renault will be coming past. There's nothing I can do about that. Or shouldn't be anything I can do about that. How are our tyres doing? Loads of life left. I wonder if I could follow the Renault. But I suspect the Renault is just going to be faster in just about every situation. Hards will be difficult. What, difficult in the rain? Or just to follow a Renault with? Fight the Renault for as long as possible. So defensive lines into corners in. But I feel like as soon as we get to the DRS zone or a DRS straight, that Renault is just going to come past.
The car ahead is 13.8 seconds.
13. So I'm making time up. Over 6 laps, I've made up a second on the car in front. Mode DRS zone at mode 5. Okay. Okay. Managed to hold them off on that one. That was not the cleanest move ever. To low. Oh no. How narrow can we squeeze him?
Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
Right, turned it off again. Forced him very narrow on that, so managed to keep the place. Woohoo! I want another weather report, but I don't want to try and navigate the menus while racing. Ricciardo right behind. Just harvest energy. Ready for the DRS. You have more top end than him. Right. Let's not screw the hairpin up this time. Just got to get to the top end faster.
We're leading our teammate by 7.3 seconds.
I didn't see who was in the pits.
George is coming in for his stop.
Okay. Right. Second DRS zone. Yeah, I'm set for the more top speed on the downforce as well. Oh, it's not a hairpin, it's just a sharp left. It feels like a hairpin in many ways. Just harvesting energy ready for the...
car ahead has come in and fitted the soft tyre.
If everybody else is coming in for soft and everybody needs to pit for intermediates, if other people are pitting for... I squeezed him a little bit too tight there, I think. No, not the pit window. The DRS deployment. Give me the there we go. I've changed the brake bias as well. I don't know what it's supposed to be on, but it's on 61% now. And the diffs had a change, setting change as well. I think that started on 75. Oh, is that the other Renault behind us? There's Kvyat.
We're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
Just got to try and follow Kvyat for the DRS. That will make a big difference. I think he's going to get away. Let's put it on hot lap to try and close in.
Reduce ERS deployment.
Definitely losing grip due to the wet now. Put it onto low to try and get some power back. I went deep. It's a bit the sort of thing in the post-race press conference where they'd be like, what the hell is he doing in this Williams? But have I just backed him into somebody else? Stay on the racing line.
Okay,
if you leave it, I'll spin out.
Struggle in these conditions.
Yep.
If we pit for inters now, we're going to be too slow and we'll burn them out. Make the best of it for the time being.
Yep. Stay on the racing line and stay the fuck away from the curbs, I believe is the standard wet thing on slicks, isn't it? Like curbs at this point will have no grip. Oh god, it's both Renaults behind. Put it onto medium ERS. No, hot lap over ERS. Ooh. High down here. Well, because Russell's already pitted. So the idea is basically to hold these guys up, bring Russell into the race. Heavy rain in 15 minutes. Okay. So these hards really were a very bad gamble then. We've got the racing line.
Our gap to the car in front is 9.4 seconds.
I tried to adjust it. Let's put it into hot lap mode again, overtake mode again. The hard gamble will pay off. 15 minutes will bring you to lap 30. Yeah, so they might... So I can get away with going straight onto the wet tyres. But wasn't the original, like...
Looking good, Nick. Let's keep them that way for as long as we can.
Was also thinking perhaps of doing the mediums, and I think the mediums would have lasted till lap 30 as well, but be faster. Oh. Right. At least that's kind of my understanding. Whew.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment.
No. Right, now I'll reduce it. Oh, these braking lines. Alright, the braking points are pretty far off right now. So nope. I'm getting rear-ended now. Have I given up? So that, yeah, I've got to give up the racing line if I don't want to crash. I have really got like a huge train of cars behind me now. So as long as they keep battling, that's good for me, as far as I can tell. Because my stopping distances at this point are complete garbage. I'm like that. If I hadn't, right, I don't think I can avoid like that one there. Okay, so if I stay out to the outside, there should be space for them to go past. I'm still trying to learn how to drive on
Check
this
your
game.
MFD for a new strategy option.
So you're reckoning we go into, what is the strategy? Intermediates?
Copy.
Yep. If it's going to get wetter and wetter, I can't really stay out on these. Right. Oh. Now remember that this time, remember that I'm going into the pits. So am I the first person going on to the inters?
Release, release. Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy.
Oh, Russell gave us DRS on his way past. Wasn't that nice of him?
Heavy rain in around 15 minutes time. 15 minutes.
15 minutes for the rain to get heavier. Yeah, I kind of reached a point of my own skill was not enough to keep the hards running. He wouldn't be that close if you hadn't held up the second pack.
Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled.
I think that's still for the best, because I don't think... Oh, look at them all coming in.
George is in the pits. George in the pits.
No DRS to worry about now. Let's put the ERS mode to high. Ooh. That was maybe a gamble I didn't need to take. Mode 5, people are pitting. Yep. I think probably everybody is already pitted at this point. But we have plenty of battery.
Caution, caution. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Got the flag zone. Whoa, there's signs.
Green flag.
Should turn the ERS off. Engine to lean after straight. Does that make it harder for me to spin the rears? Oh, yeah. Low on fuel.
Gap to teammate behind is 16.7 seconds.
Hey, Big Fudge. How's it going, buddy? Alright. Keep on Ricky bobbing. I'm trying. Just trying to keep the car in control. For me, it's just about learning to control the car in the wet. Because I know when I was doing the F2 Championship, I could keep pace in the dry, but when it got to the wet, I'd be about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds on lap 30 go to engine mode rich. Until then, stay lean. Though I want to save up ERS for that as well, because lap... I don't know. Lap 30 was the original pit lap, wasn't it? No, we were pitting on lap 40 originally. If not for the rain, these the hards would be about halfway through their stint at this point.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.8 seconds.
I wonder what it says on the weather report right now.
Light rain for another 10 minutes, then we'll see a transition into heavy rain conditions. Inters seem like the fastest tyre for now.
So you reckon lap 30 will be the time to pit for full wets at this rate? Depending, of course, on how long the rain's going to be here for. Because the weather report from before was like 5 minutes of light rain and then dry again. But this has not been 5 minutes of light rain and then dry. This is 15 minutes of light rain and then heavy rain. You'd think they would tell you how long it's going to, like, supposed to be raining for. Knowing, you know, when you're going to base so much of your strategy around tyres. I was about to ask who's last, whereas Carlos Sainz is last because he's out the race. Ooh. The rain caught everyone out. I remember one of the early F2 races where the rain arrived and none of the AI went for wet tyres. And I think I went from like 16th to 1st over the course of 2 laps, where it was just unbelievably heavy rain and just F2 cars just spinning around everywhere. I was like, wow, that was a tyre change worth doing. Only chance for dry tyres. I suppose if you've only got a couple of laps left, it's not worth pitting unless you've got extremely trash tyres and it's dry. But from what I understand, intermediates and wets last for ages, right? In the wet, like you could do the entire race on a set. Because they're not designed to have the same drop off as dry tyres.
to car in front is 7.4 seconds.
Yeah. Get the slicks will last longer in the rain. Because they're being cooled constantly. But because the wets and the intermediates will like wear out like nobody's business in the dry because they get too hot, don't they? But unlike the slicks, they actually give you some grip in the rain. As opposed to kind of 4 rotating aquaplanes. Oh, well, I've just realised I hit 300 followers, so thank you very much for that, First True God. I came close to it the other day, but then I lost a load of followers. So, but yeah, thank you very much for being the 300th follower. Maybe I should focus more on the race. But I've just kind of like fallen into a pattern of just lapping the track. There's one thing I do quite like about being in a car like this, is that you're not racing constantly, you're learning tracks. Constantly just practicing the track. So slowly charging up the ERS as well. Whoa, bit deep there. How are we doing for ERS? It's on medium. So lap 30 we're going to Rich. Subscribe if I turn traction control to medium.
We're leading our teammate by 16.
I think I can do that, can't I? Because I think I have... Because I have a few things. The anti-lock brakes I have on at the moment because the brake pedal on this wheel is a bit busted. And it either does full brakes or no brakes at all. But I'm hoping to get new pedals. But yeah, let's try traction control medium. I presume you will require me to finish the race without any colossal fuck ups with it. But gotta get better, eh? But yeah, my plan is actually to get some better pedals at Christmas when I get a bit of money. In fact, my plan with this season, the first season of F1, is basically to just turn the assists off gradually. I figured I'd do one race with the assist still on and then turn one off per race, or one down per race. Whoa! Hey Big Fudge, no need. What? Oh, meant for the next round. Oh, Big Fudge with the gifted sub. Thank you very much, Fudge. Thank you very much indeed. Very much appreciated. I'll have to. You going to be streaming some more World of Warcraft later? Later, Fudge? Cool. Wow. Oh, no sound. Yeah, thank you, Andy. Thank you very much. Is Fudge streaming at the moment? Andy? A shocking turn of events. Well, I've got the traction control on medium. What's the next assists that should be changed? Not at the moment. Right. Oh, you want YouTube subscribers? Put your YouTube channel in the chat, Fudge. I will definitely go in and give you a sub on that, because it doesn't cost anything on YouTube. And you need to get to a few hundred, isn't it, to be able to upload longer than 15-minute videos? Oh. Right, so. Thanks, Andy. Thank you very much. Oh, I forgot. Engine power up to rich, isn't it? Right. But yeah, we'll definitely give you a sub on YouTube, Fudge. Least I could do, dude. Doesn't cost anything. And I could even do it on both YouTube channels.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
Alright, so overtake and rich revs. What could possibly go wrong? You link my own channel, Fudge. Or was that the joke? Oh, he hasn't got sound, has he? But yeah, we'll definitely go and give Big Fudge a follow on YouTube for that.
There's going to be a huge downpour in the next couple of minutes. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Huge downpour in the next couple of minutes. First, true God, is it worth preemptively true wets? Yeah, I've realised that. I'm going to turn it down to medium again. High.
I know these conditions look pretty tough,
Hey, Max.
but that water is draining away. I think the intermediate is going to stay the tyre of choice for a while yet.
What do you mean the water's draining away? You've just said the heavens are about to open with extremely heavy downpour in the next 10 to 3 minutes. I'm not too bad, Max. We're getting an awful lot of really conflicting information.
The gap to the car ahead is 12.4 seconds.
So 12.4 seconds to Ricardo. Oh, I think I see P1 behind me. Absolutely no point holding up the race leaders, I presume, other than getting penalties for not moving to the side. But that looks like both Ferraris. So happy your mocks are over and he finished for Christmas tomorrow. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I remember when being kind of like young enough when you go, oh, Christmas holidays, nothing to do over Christmas. It was great.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Right, what are you suggesting? We go to full wets. What do you think? Full wet's a good idea if we're about to get if the weather is about to get heavier. Oh, that was the wrong button. I don't really want to have a crash because
Strategy is available on the MFD. Got that confirmed?
let's do a bit of in-cockpit driving. Do the opposite of Ricardo.
This heavy rain
Hot
will
lap
last
mode.
about 15 minutes, after which we should see a transition to light rain. George is coming in for his stop.
Oh, so if nothing else, yeah, we're stop backing these guys up. Max pace, hang on.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
What's he suggesting? Wets. Do we want to stay out another lap after this? I don't know if I got touched or not, but I certainly lost control of the car.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Hit this lap, yeah.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
So we are going for full wets, yeah. Yeah, I could...
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach. And make sure you don't speed.
You touched the mud. Yep. The... Yeah, the intermediates. I think, to be honest, these last couple of corners would have changed my mind as to what tyres we're on. Wait, the guys in front pitted for inters?
We've seen a couple of moments from other cars in the last lap or so.
Holy...
The intermediates are definitely starting to struggle. Might be time to move on to the full wets.
Right, we're going on for the full wets. Always wonder if it would have been worth putting on a higher downforce front wing, but onto the full wets.
Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits. Exit now.
Oh.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Visibility, nil. No more scheduled pit stops. Wow.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Hang on. I hate trying to do anything on the like the system to change things. Let's put it down to standard. I hate trying to do anything on the system to change things. Well, no. Stop bloody registering a right or a left as an up. But I need to turn that down. That's really causing me to struggle. One day, I'll get a steering wheel with just like knobs for all of those things, and it will be the best thing in the world. I wonder if I could buy a set of like dials to use for ERS and the fuel mode and stuff for these games, because I absolutely would. Because it would just be so much nicer than desperately trying to navigate with a little crappy D-pad for these menus. I know the expensive race wheels can do it, but I wonder if I can just get a standalone thing to do it. That's Magnussen.
Our gap to the car
He's made up a few places.
1.6 seconds. Gap to teammate behind is 46.2 seconds.
The funny thing is, all of the places I've made up have been entirely based off of strategy calls, not really driving better than them. Bind your gear shifts to ERS up and down. I could do, but eventually, and by eventually I mean probably next race, I want to move over to the manual gears.
Increase ERS deployment to overtake mode.
Because I think that will be the next thing that will speed me up, is gears. I know that the brakes will definitely speed me up because I can reduce the stopping distance. But I think the gears would probably be something good to get the hang of doing as well. Unless I could bind the H-pattern shifter to flick it up and down for increasing the ERS and fuel mix rather than changing gears. That could actually work. But I would still kind of prefer to have a dial. Oh, this is pretty much the only racing game that I do race with automatic. Like, oh, I think I might back off a bit. Because the reduced stopping distances of the wet plus the dirty air, it's not a great combination. But yeah, when I've been playing stuff like Project Cars or Forza Horizon or Forza Motorsport 7, I'd play all of those in H-pattern could be. But I think I would rather have it for like third and fourth gear adjusting the ERS, and then first and second for adjusting the fuel mix. That way I could adjust both of them relatively easy.
5 minutes till light rain.
Dirty air isn't an issue in the wet. Yeah, true. But that close, no, I don't know where to stop when I'm that close behind somebody. And the decrease in visibility was miserable.
Let's use some of this energy.
Alright.
Increase the ERS deployment.
Hot lap mode. Actually, I'm just going to put it on high because it will burn through it a little bit slower, sure. But it won't give me like wheel spin torque everywhere. ERS to hot lap. Alright. I wish there was like a combination game of like this and F1 Motorsport Manager, where you could have two people driving and one person being like the pit boss manager or whatever, like managing both cars. Would be quite good fun. I believe you can catch the cars in front. Catch, maybe? Pass? Not sure. Or so, pass? Also, maybe. Pass without smashing both cars up. That's the not sure bit. Now the question is, when it goes to light rain, will it be worth sitting on the wets or going to intermediates? Or does it depend entirely on if the light rains for the rest of the race or not? Because if the light rains for a few minutes, then we're going back to dry. I'll probably just sit on the wets until it's ready for dries. R-Factor that says iRacing. If iRacing was cheaper, I'd be much more inclined to give it a go. But to get the cars I would want to race on the tracks that I care about, it's kind of...
It's not a perfect situation, but I
it's
don't
looking,
think we have cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
Looking kind of pricey. I mean, R-Factor 2, I should really reinstall that, actually. I haven't played it for a very long time. No, hang on. Better and with less people. The big sim that I used to play a lot of was Race 07.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
What is the new strategy? Stops, 2, lap, unknown, tyre option, unknown. Well, see, I kind of need to know what that option is before I will confirm it or decline it, Jeff. Just telling me unknown stops, unknown tyre compound doesn't really help me. Bug with the flashbacks. Yeah. Don't mess with that. I'm wondering if I might need to change it back to lean again at some point. Because I don't know where I was overspending the fuel. I don't know if that was in the wet or the dry. So I can put that down to medium again.
Ahead is 5.0 seconds.
Blue flag.
Blue flag, blue flag.
Lift half a second before you brake. So like lift and then brake. I've got Butler behind us. On the plus side, new DRS. I have to do a little bit of coasting. I really hope Codemasters get the option to make a Formula E mode for the F1 games as well, because I feel like that would have some really interesting options with all of the energy management and stuff that they have to do for those cars. And maybe they could throw in a safety car that gets called for a smashed up car, does 3 laps and then comes in, and then they have to cause an emergency. I won't block him, but he has to make a move.
Gap to car in front is 8.0 seconds.
What's the dark blue? Is that a Toro Rosso? A Toro Rosso behind. There you Nice. Big lifts. Get plenty of fuel back in a couple of corners. It's max.
Cars are coming in for inters. It's touch and go, but could be worth the risk. We'll be
That's
ready if
definitely
you want
not
to
max, but max will be coming, yeah. There's still Leclerc to come past as well. Now here's the question. Inters or stay out on the wets? It'd be nice to do with the opposite of whatever Butler does, but we're not going to know until...
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres.
Okay. What's wrong with my tyre management? That says the rears are a bit warped. Weather report.
Full wets seem like the best tyre for now.
That was not a weather report. That was just you giving me tyre advice, game. Tyre temps. They look decent.
A new strategy is available on the
75's in the left. The rear right is. What is the strategy? They reckon inters. Everybody else is going in, so I'll go in next lap.
Understood. Copy that.
Which means we go hard for this lap. Clear track. Full hot lap mode. They've all gone in, so I didn't. Just whack the ERS into hot lap mode, and we are.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Right, let's try. Let's just.
Okay, we can take you this lap. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Trying to change that to
The gap
intermediates.
behind us is 11.0 seconds. George is in the pits. George in the pits.
What I could do is buy some dials and then use the H-pattern shifter I've got to.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
I don't care about
Copy that.
your new strategy because I've just set a new strategy up.
We can't take you right now. Pit in next lap.
Oh, what? Why not?
Understood. Stopping this lap.
I'm not quite sure what the hell happened there, but it seemed like we just came to a dead stop as we entered the pits. I'm unwilling to accept the auto pit thing crashing me. because that absolutely feels like it is not my fault. Admittedly, I've been using liberal rewinds while
Go now.
Goodbye, Stroll. Oh no, worst possible place.
Yellow flag. Caution, yellow flags ahead. No overtaking through the caution zone. Be careful until you see the greens.
Oh, this is Stroll. We've been in and out of the pits an awful lot this race, actually, for tyre changes. I swear I pray that the safety car doesn't happen. Why?
The radar's showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain.
Joe, I've never seen a safety car in this game. So 10 more minutes of this rain. So that'll bring us through to...
Looks like some of those puddles are clearing. We're still on the right tyre for the time being, but we're not a million miles away from slick conditions.
If the weather report had not just been like, wets are the right choice, and I'd known that we were like a couple of laps away from slicks, I would have just gutted it out on the wets. Seven laps until the rain ends.
This pace is strong, but be aware your tyres need to go the distance.
Do they? Are they not going to?
The gap to the car ahead is 1.8 seconds.
It does. Until a few laps time when it will suggest a new strategy. Oh, hang on. I want to have a chance at this overtake. Pit window for dries is 52 to 55. Hot lap mode. Actually, we just put it in highs, and I'm going to try and close in on Ricciardo.
Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
Alright, back to medium. Bit deep there. Chase down Ricciardo. Pit as soon as you think it'll be manageable. Alright. For softs, I presume. For 13 laps. Or 12 laps.
Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes. Inters seem like the fastest tyre for now.
Okay. 10 more minutes of rain. You're a race engineer. What series are you a race engineer for, if you don't mind me asking, First True God? Nope. Let's not take Ricardo out like that. Mostly because oh, what? Okay, so we're going to be on the brakes as we come out of this. Mostly American endurance. Ah, right. So is that like single seaters or stock cars? Or like GT types? I don't see an awful lot of American motorsport in the UK. Like WEC. Ah, right, okay, so GT type cars, touring cars, basically, but bigger touring cars. How are we doing for fuel? Okay, we're gonna have to do some lifts. Daytona prototypes and GT. That's pretty cool. I've never actually been to watch endurance racing. Like, the vast majority of the stuff I've been able to see around here is rally or rallycross, and a bit of the British Touring Car Championship. In fact, actually I went to see a couple of Formula E races before they became Formula E, when it was just racing at little tracks as opposed to the street circuits. The rain is definitely dying off a little. I can take that flat again, which definitely couldn't do before. But no, I can't say just how helpful it's been having somebody like give me advice on what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing. Daytona prototypes will be legal in WEC for 2021. That would be pretty cool. Ahead of the Renault now. Yep. Caught him napping and went past. Used my superior Mercedes powertrain. I seem to be lapping faster than the AI on these intermediates, which is kind of making me reluctant to pit for the slicks right now. Right, let's get to the on the straight. I'm going to change the pit information. So not intermediates, not hards, not mediums, softs. So I don't need to worry about it for when we next pit. DRS enabled. Yeah. I know I definitely cut a lot more of that corner than the AI does. And I know that as soon as it goes back to slicks, these guys will just romp past me again.
It looks like we'll be running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
Back to dry shortly. Awesome. Oh crap. Right, where is the breaking point I actually want for that? Right, let's slipstream for a bit. Only 9 laps to push. Way too early on the brakes. I need to get right up behind him again. That was a little bit too close. Don't really want to take him out. Pass him, yes. Like, take him out? No. How are we doing for fuel? Fuel's alright. In for slicks in 2 laps. Got it. So let's put this to overtake mode for the extra torque. When we have tyres that are going to give us a semblance more grip. Don't want to get too close so we can actually slingshot through the that wasn't the corner I thought it was. Right. Let's back off a little bit again. Definitely going to get there. That was a ridiculous cut. Rain's still falling. Probably best not to keep asking tyre information. I'll keep asking.
Quick tyre update for you. Everything's looking nice and tidy on our end. Let us know if you start to feel any issues.
Hang on. Every time I try and use the the radio to ask anything, I crash. It's just the D-pad on this wheel is so awkward to use. Right.
We think this rain should stop sometime in the next few laps. We should see a dry line start to form fairly rapidly, so make sure to cool your tyres down the straights. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Does my headset come through on PS4? I'm not playing on PS4 iPhone. I'm playing on PC, and the issue the game has is that I have a capture card plugged in for when I do console games. I have 2 webcams. I have my headset and a USB microphone, and all of them have microphones as far as the game is concerned. So if I have more than one plugged in, it's just no good. I have a Logitech G920 Arrow's Mind for now. In a couple of weeks, I will have still some of this wheel, but I'll have some Fanatec Club Sport pedals. Nope. I have, like, it's just like, nope, no microphone. The game doesn't like it when you have that many microphones connected. You bought a second-hand GT27. That's... The main reason I bought this was, I think last Black Friday, about a year ago, Amazon discounted it by 90%. So I was able to pick it up for about 35...
Are you okay? That was a big one.
About 35 quid instead of about 300. So, right. Let's just actually get around this corner without crashing this time. How's our tyre temperatures going? Oh, they're hot. Like 10, 15 degrees hotter than they were a couple of laps ago.
Battery charge.
You know what?
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Let's go for the gamble. So we'll be the first onto the drive. Let's see. Yep, let's see indeed. That's the plan. Onto the dries.
Go, go, go.
We've been on, so far this race, we've been on hards, intermediates,
Okay,
wets,
stay clear of the
intermediates,
white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for
and now
dangerous
we're
driving
on
if you
softs.
cross over into the track.
Oh look, and the rain stopped. Do not leave the racing line. Yep. Gentle on the throttle. Do not touch the curbs with... Do not touch wet curbs with dry slicks. Not looking to... Yeah.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
DRS on! Oh.
George is coming in for his stop.
So everybody will pit now. This is Australia, yeah. Race number 1. Good gamble. Right, let's get a bit of DRS power, because we'll be doing some overtakes shortly as everybody else goes into pit. And it's not quite grippy enough. Assists wise, let's go red, like the braking line in front of us.
The car ahead has come in and fitted the soft tyre.
Come on, Hulkenberg. Let's go overtake mode. Medium. Yeah, I have a broken brake pedal. is why I'm using the ABS for now. ERS to mode 1. Oh, not allowed to race Hulkenberg with ERS on. There's no power though, so you better just build it up and then have a load of it. Track isn't fully dry, pass only on straights. Oh, hello Magnussen. Please hold up Hulkenberg for me. Because I don't think either of them have the power of the Mercedes powertrain. Oh, he's on Inters. That would explain it all. To give Hulkenberg DRS though. Oh, and you got DRS for this straight as well. Oh, of course it's 1, isn't it? You got your Logitech G27 last Friday. From what I understand, the G27 is meant to be a really decent wheel. But yeah, I wanted the 3 pedals, which is why I got this one. But I'm replacing them with a new set of pedals anyway, so it's not an issue. Lost it a bit there. That was probably my best opportunity. Got 3 pedals as well. Yeah, for playing something like Mud Runner or something like that, the clutch is just essential. For Formula 1, not so much. Oh no. We're gonna get blue flagged, aren't we? Yeah, in an F1 car, only have 2 pedals.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.5 seconds. Blue flag.
There we go. Go Vettel. Put your fucking foot down, man. Being blue flagged is really irritating, especially when the person in front of you then doesn't even disappear off. Right. Let's go for some danger mode ERS. Oh,
Nice move. Good job.
that went absolutely perfectly. Like perfect blue flag on
There's 3 laps
Hulkenberg.
of fuel remaining.
Was slightly worried that I was going to run into him. But there was just enough space. Let's go rich for the straight, because we don't have all of the ERS to back us up.
The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment. Gap to car in front is 11.5 seconds. You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up.
It's actually been a really good race with some fairly unexpected things. ERS to medium. You cannot go rich to race. I'm not in rich at the moment. I was just moving putting riches in for the start of each of the DRS straights that doesn't have a... Basically the start finish straight. Go rich. Get the acceleration up.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
Rich again.
Caution, caution.
Who's out? Who's out? It's a Red Bull. It was...
Okay, clear.
Not sure. To be fair, I think next time Vettel passes the finish line, that's checkered flag, isn't it? We don't get to do an extra lap.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. The gap to the car ahead is 12.2 seconds.
It's not missing a wheel, so it's technical failure. So checkered flag.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
12th. Pretty much all of the places we made up were due to strategy choices, other than the one blue flag overtake that was just...
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend pouring over
P12.
stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
Up 2 places from start, like gaining places in a Williams, I'm pretty damn proud of.
So it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top
But,
once again.
It is. So it's like Ferrari, Bottas, Leclerc. Yeah, the fact we were a lap down possibly meant we could have run more fuel, Rich, in that last section. Oh wow, look how many stops the AI made.
It's got to be Lando Norris, hasn't it? Smooth, confident and assured. I've got no doubt that he and his team are going to be over the moon with his performance today.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action.
Verstappen wasn't a lap up on me. He hadn't 7 stops. Well, Carlos Sainz did 2, but he was DNF'd like as soon as the rain arrived. Why did they do 7 stops? So we would beat both Renaults. Beat Russell. As I presume this means... What's the constructor? Yeah, Ferrari are going to win that, aren't they? Well, no, 41 points down. I can't believe they did 7 stops. Like... I said they did start with softs, didn't they? You mainly drive Red Bull as Max Verstappen because you're Dutch. That's fair enough. I'm apparently driving as Kubica. But I suppose I should be driving as George Russell, but I wanted George Russell as my teammate. So... Oh...